What's up guys, it's Grant, bringing you guys a new video, and one of my subscribers actually asked me this question and I decided that I would make it into a video because I'm sure a lot of you will probably have similar questions at some point in time or be confused about this. So again, I decided to make this into an entire video, hopefully to help all of you guys out. So this is going to be short and sweet, so let's get right into it. So Omar actually asked how to avoid getting super dizzy while doing the bow staff, and I guess this also kind of applies to anything else in martial arts as well. So obviously to start, there's a super obvious answer, which is I guess the first solution, but obviously isn't the sole solution to avoiding dizziness, is simply repetition. So obviously doing it over and over again, eventually you're going to be less dizzy the more you do it, right? So say for example, if you start doing 360s with the bow, at first you're going to get dizzy after a certain amount of tries, or maybe even one try, depending on how athletic you are and stuff like that. But the more you do it, the less dizzy you get. And I guess that's the same thing as going to the gym, right? The more you work out, the bigger your muscles are, the more strength you have, and things of that nature. So I'd say definitely that's the most obvious one, and you guys probably already knew that, you'll get less dizzy the more you do it. Pretty self-explanatory. But one definite tip I can give you guys, which is I guess the thing that I do mainly to avoid dizziness, and you still will get it sometimes, right? Like if you're going a bunch of different spins in a kata and you're spinning all the time and stuff, chances are you'll probably be at least a little bit dizzy. I don't know if there's a way to completely eliminate it, but again, practicing it a lot is going to definitely reduce it. But this one additional tip is going to help a lot. So to explain this tip, I usually do it in the form of a spin kick. So obviously the same principles apply to everything when you're doing it with the bow staff as if you're doing an empty hand move. So for example, if I'm about to do a spin kick and I'm standing almost sideways like this, you'd think that if you go to do a spin kick that you follow your body, or your head follows your body, so that if I were to turn and start to go into it, my head would follow like this. But that's not the case. Some people do that. It's not technically wrong, but it's going to make you dizzy following your body around like this with your head. So as if it's locked into position just like this with your body straight and head straight and turning like this, you're going to get dizzy spinning a lot like that. So I guess the kind of trick to avoid that is, rather than following your body with your head, if I'm about to spin, again for example if I'm doing a spin kick, when I spin what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to turn, but then instead of following my body with my head, I'm going to snap my head around to the other side and look where I'm going right away. So first off, again, like I said, this helps with the dizziness aspect, but it's also technically fundamentally correct because you're always trying to keep your eyes on your opponent. So if you're doing a spin kick, your opponent isn't obviously spinning with you as you're doing the move, right? They're always going to be in front of you like this where you're aiming to do your kick, so you're looking at them, you're looking, twist, and then you're looking that same way, and the kick comes out and actually hits them. So the same principle applies to when you're doing bow staff moves. You always want to try to keep your eye on the target as much as possible, and if you think about it like that, it's going to be easier for you to get used to snapping your head around. Now obviously don't hurt your neck trying to smack your head around so much that you're causing problems and stuff, but that's the idea that you want to go for, right? You want to be looking at your opponent basically the entire time. If you're doing a spinning move, it's only that split second where you're not looking at them just to twist your head around. And if you are looking at them sooner rather than later, your move's going to be better. There's a higher chance you're actually going to, hit the target. And yeah. So guys, like I said, this video is just going to be short and sweet. Those are the two tips that I'd give to avoid dizziness. Again, going through them, the first one and the most obvious one is just simply repetition. The more you do it, the less dizzy you'll get, and obviously the better you'll get at it, so it's kind of a 2-in-1. And then the second off is making sure that you don't follow your head and your body together as you're spinning around. You make sure that you snap your head around so you're looking at the target like 99% of the time. And also by doing that, obviously, instead of keeping spinning, you're only spinning for that quick, short amount of time, and then your head's still looking at where you're going, and again at the target that you're going towards. So Omar, hopefully this answered your question, and hopefully this helped others of you out who are kind of having a similar problem or similar issue. If you guys have any other questions or anything like that, and you think I could make a video out of it so that I could explain it in more detail rather than just replying to a comment, then feel free to leave your question on any video that I've posted, and I always see them and I reply to them as quick as possible. And again, if it's something like this that I can switch into a video and make it a little bit longer of an explanation, then I'll do that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.